What's happening, everybody? Good day, good day, good day to you. Getting the lead out this morning, really this afternoon for me. Let me see if I can get this started. Let's see what happens. Who knows, man? Who knows? All right. Just bear with me. Technology, you got to love it, especially when you're going live, right? Let's see. Anyway, while I'm waiting for this, hope everybody is doing well today. It's a beautiful day. Thursday, yes. My wife and her daughter went up to a town called Hendersonville to go to a pumpkin patch. Yeah, I think they're taking the grandkids with them too, so they're going to have a lot of fun with that. Let's see. Brincy Rocks. What's going on, man? Jay. What's happening? Johnny Bean Center. Mark Taylor. Wow. Hey, man, everybody's in here. Wow. Thank y'all, everybody, for joining. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you. Yeah. Getting the lead out this morning. Let's see, it's morning for me, man. I just got up like an hour and a half ago. So this is my getting up, moving around time, right? So, yeah, playing the Sterling by Music Man today. Thought I'd break that out. You know, fun guitar, man. A lot of fun. Plays great. Yeah, a lot of fun, man. Great guitar. Get my volumes going. My levels, sorry. Yeah. Johnny Bean, it's 10 o'clock here, although I've been up since 7. Thanks to the rooster. Yeah, I know, man. I got up. My wife's alarm went off, woke me up about an hour or so early. And she was wanting to leave between like 9 and 10. Her alarm went off, and I'm laying there going, oh, man. So it's about, I don't know, she cut it off. You know how it goes. Snooze, snooze. Then you want to go, just get rid of it, F that alarm. But, so yeah, I was like, man, might as well get up, So I'll be feeling it later. Mark Taylor, I've been up all night. So it's silly o'clock here. God almighty, man. Up all night. I remember that. Anybody remember that by Slaughter? I always enjoyed Slaughter. I loved that first album. That was fantastic. Yeah. So much for that rooster. I remember we had them problems for a while, and they finally left. I believe they belong to the people across from us, which I didn't know that for a long time. I just knew they were here. I was like, why are these freaking chickens and this rooster here? And they come in the yard, and I get the little Red Rider. I tag them, and they go, they run off, Hey, man, they mess all over the porch and eating the cat food and everything else. I was like, man, they just nasty, man, making a mess everywhere. Slaughter's first 2 albums are pretty darn good. Yes, I especially love that first one. I remember when it came out. Man, it was awesome. And I can't remember the guitarist's name for Slaughter. He was awesome. Something happened, man. I remember hearing he passed away or something, and Mark Slaughter did like an acoustic dedication to that gentleman, and he performed "Fly to the Angels" acoustically for his guitar player that passed away. Tim Kelly. Oh, thank you, Mr. Moore. Okay, I didn't know. I couldn't remember. Yeah. If your neighbors had a rooster, you would hear it every day. We did hear it every day. Believe me. They'd be right outside our bedroom window, doing all that crap. Wait, I was like, man, the sun was just coming up. I was like, this ain't gonna work, man. Johnny Bean said, yeah, Tim Kelly died in a car accident in 1998. Okay. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I just remember he passed away. I couldn't remember what happened. I think he was on a road trip to Arizona or something, Johnny says. Oh, I don't know, man. I just remember, I just remember hearing about that. And I couldn't remember how he passed away. That's awful, man. Man, golly. Sheesh. Yeah. But their album was awesome. Oh, okay. Johnny remembers hearing the news when he left from Miami. Oh, Maury. Maury. The world's most interesting man, Maury, 213 in Colombia. Visit him now for autographs and photo ops. Oh, man. Yes, absolutely. Johnny talking about catching his rooster or something. Yeah. Good luck. Remember the movie Rocky? Gary Kramer guitars. Come on now. All right now. I need that coaster. Remember that movie Rocky? Hey, yo, Mick. He had to chase that chicken or a rooster or whatever. He about could never catch that thing, boy. Maury. God almighty. Visit me for the latest Joe Wentz DVDs. When did that happen? I hope not. That'll tank. Just like this here. What in the world, man? Come on now. Snark Tuner. Brent says, I have a guitar just like that, Joe, but mine is blue. Really? He says he loves it. Really? You got Sterling like this with the Floyd? Well, I don't think it's an actual Floyd. I think it's it's licensed by Sterling, so it's, whatever. That's awesome, man. Simon Williams. Hi, Joe. Hope you are good. And Sienna says hi, too. Hello, Sienna. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I apologize. But, yeah. Good day. And, well, good for you. It's good. It's evening, right? It's evening. I think Mr. Williams said they're like, what, 5-6 hours ahead of us? Something like that. So it's like 1:17 here. So it's probably like, what? Is it what, 6 or 7? 17, Mr. Williams, where you're at? He says, yes, that's right. I'm pronouncing her name, Sienna. Okay, awesome. All right, Sienna, thank you for watching. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes, there we go. Yes, it's 6:17 here. There you go. I got it right. It's 5. I can't believe I remembered that. I can't remember what I did yesterday, man. Golly. That Snark Tuner looks like one of those wireless cameras they put on the headstocks to catch the fingerboard action. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like a GoPro or something. Yeah. Those are cool, man. Which I got a thing here that you can put on the headstock. I don't know if I can reach it, and put your phone on it. and you can do it that way, but it's real, when you move the thing, it's real shaky. It's not real stable, so you see a lot of shaky kind of stuff going on, when you're playing. But it's still pretty cool, it works all right. I got the idea from Mr. Pete C on Facebook. He got one. He's always doing them live Facebook, playing his Stripe series and playing 5150 and all that cool stuff. And I was like, man, how in the hell is he playing that? Oh, wow. Let's see. Traffic and time and weather. Hey, Maury, you're crazy, man. And now it's time for a traffic, time, and weather update with Maury. Take it away, Maury. Oh, Lord. Mr. Mike Ray. Simon Williams says, Johnny and Princeton. Center. Oh, let me go back. I'm missing some comments here. Hang on, please. Brincy Rock says, look on my Facebook page on my main photo sitting next to me. Oh, okay. Is that your Sterling? Great, great connection today. It is? Oh wow, that's good. Yesterday was like every couple of minutes. Hey, I'm gonna kill you. It would just shut. Have to reach up and connect it. 2 minutes later, I was like, "Come on, man, ridiculous." Yes, absolutely. Yeah, y'all be sure, as far as I know, be sure to tune in to the podcast coming this Saturday evening with my co-host Jim Guidry, and I believe Center and Adam from That Metal Show are going to join us once again, which that's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun talking and just, shooting the jive, man. We got a few cool things to talk about this coming Saturday. We've been all bouncing ideas off each other, trying to keep things fresh, try to. Eventually you're gonna come back around and touch on the same thing. I'm afraid sooner or later, but it's all good. It's just we have a good time, talking about guitars and maybe some kind of music news, or if anything's heard anything about recent concerts or musicians, something like that. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So today is Thursday. It's technically my Friday. So if I can get today over with. And I got it licked for a couple of days. Then we'll work Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then be off the rest of the week for my wife's surgery. Yes. Thank you for the thumbs ups, folks. Thank you very much. Man, I'm telling you, that helps. Mike Ray, the shirt matches the guitar. Yes. Color coordination today. No, what is it? Color coordination Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, I love this color, this top on this guitar, this red. That's beautiful. And yeah. So yeah, I wasn't planning on, I just grabbed a shirt and threw it on, and I said, I want to play my OLP, I said, man. And I was like, okay, cool, it matches. I don't know. Man. Maury says, great stuff, Joe. I've got cooking duty. Safe travels, dude. Later. Maury, thank you, man. Thank you so much for hopping in here and saying hello. Always love to see Maury 213 in the chat. He's great, man. Great dude. Thank you so much, man. You liven my day up, or liven up my day. Liven up my day. You light up my life. Oh, God. Dropped, didn't it? Isn't that just crazy? Lord have mercy. We usually make it to about the 45-minute mark, and then it goes. But whatever. So that's one. I think yesterday by this time it didn't happen like 3 times. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, all right, man. Yeah. So, wow. I have something in my shopping cart on AMS, but I'm not going to click that button. I do. There we go. The Steve Vai Jim Jem Jr. That guitar to me is beautiful, man. It's a Ibanez, of course. It's got the monkey grip. It is such a beautiful guitar. I call that the budget model, because has anybody ever looked at some of the Steve Vai model Ibanez? Man, they're high. They're very high, but it's really cool. I like them. But man, I can't afford, $2,000, like, wow, that's, man, it's kind of like, just, let me segue into this for a second. It reminds me when I was a kid growing up, a young teenager, and I was into, bicycles, BMX, jumping ramps and all that stuff. And you had those one or two kids in the neighborhood. Well, one that I remember that had the real high dollar BMX bike, like a GT or something. It was, man, that's money, back then. Nowadays, it ain't no big deal. I think that's long gone, but that was a big thing in the 80s when I was a kid, BMX. Anyway, I never had nothing like that. I just had a middle of the road bike that I would fix up, So it's the same with guitars, You see them fancy Steve Vai models and all that. And I saw the Jim Jr. It's was it $4.99 or is it $5.99? I want to say it's $4.99. Can't be 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that. But boy, I sure would like to get that. But it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. Christmas is coming up soon. I mean, here we are getting close to the end of this month. Oh my gosh, man. Then November. What was it? What was it, man? Was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went to Walmart. Had to pick up something. My wife wanted me to get a few things. And I always go into the back entrance, the lawn and garden in, because it's, I don't want to go up in the middle and face all that crap with parking and everything. I walked in there, and then I'll go through that entrance lawn and garden. The door opens up. Walk in there, and they got Christmas stuff everywhere. I was like, what? I mean, that stuff is everywhere, man. I was like, uh-oh, here we go. So, it's wild how they do that earlier and earlier every year. It's crazy. Let me check this chat. Simon Williams. So not just me, then. Are you working today, Joe? Yes, Mr. Williams, I am. Yes, I am. I'll be leaving here not too much longer. I'll be leaving. Like I said, my wife and her daughter are gone. They're going to be gone like all day, so I'll be leaving here in about 30, 40 minutes. Yes, sir. So I get started. Uh, Brent, what are you talking? What are you talking about, sir? I'm lost right there with that comment. Uh, he says they are not $2,000. What's not $2,000? I'm not sure because I've been kind of going off in different directions, so I lost. I guess I missed that one. But yeah, there are some of those guitars that are really high, gorgeous guitars. Those Steve Vai models, but man, I can't do that, man. I couldn't imagine. But paying for a guitar, yeah, I couldn't do that, man. That's crazy. Uh, did I do any upgrades to this guitar? Mr. Taylor wants to know. No, I did not. No, sir. No, it's just like it is. I mean, unless the person who had it first did some upgrades, but it doesn't seem like it. I could tell it had a great setup on it. You know, it's got a good setup on it. When I got it out of the box, I was like, man, I could look at the string height and everything else. The action as low as you can get it, and so whoever had it, or I think it came from maybe a music store somewhere. They must have set it up or something. Because when I saw it on Reverb, it said it was in excellent condition, and I was like, wow. You know, I said, I'll take a chance. Because I played one of these at Guitar Center right before I ordered this one. They had one just like this at Guitar Center, but of course it was barely playable. You know, they don't set nothing up there. They get the stuff off the truck, take them out of the box, and they put them on the rack. You know, have at it, folks. You know, and you got, you know, probably, you know, 50 people or more a day handling certain guitars, you know, playing. But no, I didn't do anything to this. No, sir. It just, yeah. So for me, it plays great. You know, there you go. A $2,000 Steve Ibanez and a $225 Sterling. You know, of course the Ibanez is going to have some better bells and whistles on it. Yeah, I know that. But my God, dude, when you get down to it, it's a guitar, right? And I'm not saying that to be smart. You know, I had a Fender SRV model that at the time, this was years ago, man. It was $1,350, and I think now those guitars go for close to $2,000. The SRV Fender Strat, American made. Well, of course, I sold it years and years ago. I needed money, you know, put it up on Craigslist, and I think it was, I don't know, a few hours. I started getting hits on it and people emailing me and calling me, you know. And I went and sold it, man, for it was like $750. I sold it for half. You know, that guy got it for a steal, but I needed the money. So, you know, sometimes you got to do that. But that was the only American made guitar I had. That was the only American made guitar I had. So I knew it would bring in, well, not bring in the money, but I knew it would sell, you know. And plus, you know, man, it was, you know, I hated to see it go, but you got to do what you got to do. Brent says, Brentsy Rock says, nice, Joe. Mine rocked right out of the box. I paid, what, $250 for my Sterling. Wow. I'm sorry, $350. He paid $350. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Mr. Brent. Wow, that's awesome. Mr. Williams makes a statement. I think I prefer to get 80% of a $2,000 guitar from and finding a bargain. It's catching up with us now, folks. Wow, sorry. So what are you saying, Mr. Williams? You would what are you saying? You would rather have a $2,000 guitar? Is that, I'm kind of lost here. I think I prefer to get 80% of a $2,000 from a 300. Oh, okay. Oh, I got you now. I got it now. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I would. That's me, man. You know, I mean, if I can find a guitar like this, which is, it's really was pure. It's just, you just look in the right spot sometimes. Like I said before, you can find a diamond in the rough if you look in the right place, you know. And that's all that happened to me, man. I just got lucky. I got lucky and looked on there, and there was quite a few of them, but I saw this one, and you know, so man, that ain't, I got to take a chance on that, So it had a thing on there that you could return it if you wasn't happy. So I was good, I was like, all right, cool. So I went ahead and bought it, and like I have another OLP. Well, yeah, it's purple. Y'all have seen that if you follow this channel. But it doesn't have a locking Floyd Rose. It's just got a cheap Tremolo system on it that I never use because good and well that thing it is not going to stay in tune. So but I love that guitar. Was when I got it brand new, it was $199. Yeah, and I've had that guitar for many, many, many years, and I've had quite a few OLPs over the past, and a couple of them were okay. If I would have known how to do setups and truss rod adjustments way back then, I probably could have kept those guitars and they'd have still been fine. I just didn't know what to do back then. So I either sold them or, gave a couple of them away or whatever. I think I sold them. But that one right there, that purple one, I've held on to all these years. It is a fantastic playing guitar. Never hadn't done anything to it except for a setup. When I learned how to do setups, I did that on that guitar. I was like, holy crap. It's like a brand new guitar, doing the action and intonation and checking your neck and all that. Back then I didn't know how to do that stuff. I was just like, I figured it was ready to go. It's like if you're a new guitar player and you go to a guitar store and they, you buy a new guitar. Let's say it's, $300 or like Mr. Williams says, $350, whatever. Pretty much kind of a beginner guitar to a middle of the road guitar, right? And you buy that and the guy says, okay, well, you got a new guitar. It includes a free setup. You're not going to know what that means. You can be like, well, a setup. That's how I was. I was like, okay, yeah, this it feels fine to me. No, I'll think about the setup. I mean, the setup's free. If you get a free setup, man, take advantage of it. But person that's just starting, they're not going to know any better. And that's how I was for years. I get a guitar and I was like, man, it plays okay, but when you get up here, it's hard. It doesn't sound right. Just little things that I never knew. Dry heat 480. How was your oil and transmission fluid levels? They're good. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Of course, I took that video down. I just, I was like, man, that video was just silly, man. I was like, what? People cannot enjoy watching this. I was like, man. So anyway, yeah, the oil was pretty low. It was really low, and which is my fault. So and it was fine it was fine. I'm gonna change it Friday. Yeah, I bought the filter and everything, so I'm gonna get out there and change it Friday and clean it up and all that stuff. And yeah, the transmission fluid was great. It was on the money. It was fine. Yeah, but thank you, Dry Heat 480, for asking. Mr. Williams says, when I got my first guitar in the early 70s, I didn't even know what a setup was. There you go. When I heard that the first time, that was what I got my first guitar in 86, well, the Christmas Eve 86, and I had that and I took it. I guess I had it for a while, and I remember asking. I would go back to the music store and there'd be people there playing, man, and the way they had their rig set up, everything sounded awesome, And it was just, they had these like stereo things. I don't know. It was just, they had like a rack unit with all these rack units in there. A rack unit with all these rack units. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And it had two beautiful in-studio speakers. And so whenever you played right there, they were smart the way they had that set up. Because when you sat down, even if you were a beginner guitar player and you sit there and you do that, even just, something, and you hear it come out of that high-dollar rack gear, it's going to blow your mind. And you're like, yeah, I'll buy that, But I had a guitar, and I took it, had a new pickup. Because I kept asking, I went back, I don't know, this was maybe about 6 or 8 months later after I got my first guitar. And that was my first experience to feedback and having cheap pickups. I didn't know, and I went to the guy and said, man, my guitar, it does not sound like that. When somebody plays, it doesn't sound like that. Of course you had delay, reverb. I had just a Gorilla amp and a cheap distortion pedal, And I said, I keep getting this high squealing stuff. And the guy said, that's microphonic feedback. I won't ever forget that. He's like, turned into a professor. All this. That's microphonic feedback. It happens with the pickups are not as hot. And I was like, what? I didn't know what he's talking about. I said, what are you talking about? And he pointed at a guitar. He said, these things, pickups. He goes, that has cheap pick. You know what I'm saying, the whole thing. I said, well, how do I fix that? And he goes, well, we got something over here, and it was a Hot Rails. That's the first time I saw a Hot Rails pickup. And, yeah, so they put that in there. And I got home, and they was like, well, you'll notice a big difference, Well, my ears were still so new at everything. I was like, I don't notice no difference, which there was, but it just, I didn't know. What? Johnny Bean, ever noticed Arby's sauce looks like oil? What? Well, maybe transmission fluid, but not oil. Mr. Williams says, I had an old valve radio was my first amp. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, man. Man. Oh, he asked if you sang too, Joe. Oh, thank you, Senator. No, thank you for answering that, Senator, because I was totally lost. Thank you, Senator. No, I do not sing. No, I do not. I do not. I wish. I've tried a few times just here doing an original song, putting some vocals to it. But I don't have no kind of range, man. So no. No, not in the singing world. I have no talent. Simon Williams, Gorilla amps were the shiny, bright future in 1760 when I was a kid. Yeah, that Gorilla amp I had, it was just a black Gorilla amp. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And that and that first guitar, when I got that, I just, I didn't know how to play a note of anything. I just knew that I had a guitar and an amp, and that's what I wanted. And I kept going to my room and looking at all the posters of, like, Chuck Berry and Van Halen and Jimi Hendrix and, all the guys that I looked up to playing guitar. I was like, man, I got a guitar like those guys. I had no idea it would be a never-ending journey, but it's fun. Like I said, playing guitar for me is like my fountain of youth. It doesn't look it here, but it feels like it in here. When you play, because it still feels the same and you're still doing the same things as when you first started. I don't know. That's how it makes me feel. Maybe I'm crazy. Brency Rock says, I'll sing for you, Joe. Yeah. That sounds great, Brent, because I can't sing worth a crap. Johnny says, I used to have the tiny batty. Stop being batty. I used to have the tiny battery operated Gorilla amp. I didn't know they had that. Wow. And yeah, I never knew they had a battery powered one. I didn't know. What in the world? Peanut butter and jelly time. Oh, is that what you're getting ready to have? Peanut butter and jelly, or is it jam? I always said jelly here in the South. That's what I've always said. Mr. Taylor, I agree with that, Joe. When I pick up a guitar, I'm 16 again. Yeah, that's me, man. I mean, even though we know that's not physically possible. But it just, I don't know, man. It's just fun to do. Mr. Williams says, got to go pick up my daughter from dance class. Have a good day, Joe, and everyone. Mr. Williams, thank you, man, and be safe. And Sienna, we'll see you later. Have a good day. Jay said, I just made peanut butter and jam. Oh, okay. Little sandwich for a snack on this Thursday. When did this turn into peanut butter and jelly talk? Smuckers. Oh, Lord. Oh, there you go. Johnny says, Eddie Van Halen used to say, you bring the peanut butter and we'll bring the jam. I like that little thing he said in that interview, proud to be an American or great to be an American, whatever that was, that Smithsonian thing. And he said something about him and Al used to say, if it was all you can eat for $1 worth, give me $3 worth. I was like, damn, he's hungry. Wow. What? Brent, peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. Come on, man. Come on now. Brent, please tell me you're kidding. That's an Elvis special. I thought it was peanut butter and banana. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, hello there. God almighty. Oh, Lord. You have it on toast. Oh, my goodness. That's one awesome guitar, Joe. Mike Morrison says, thank you, Mr. Morrison. I appreciate it, man. It's the Sterling by Music Man. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. You have it on toast. Johnny Bean says, so it's warm. Wow. Just don't heat the mayonnaise. Oh, no. You don't want to heat the mayonnaise. Oh, my gosh. No, you don't want to do that. Holy moly. Whew. Now, peanut butter and mayonnaise. Nah, man. I can't do that. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Talk about an upset stomach. Woo, boy. Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be good, man. Yeah. Yeah, you be praying to the porcelain god for a while, I believe. From one end or the other, maybe both. I don't know. yes. um, what's our time looking like? We got a few minutes, and then we're going to call it. Mike Morrison, Joe, what brand of wah pedal do you use? I get that question a lot. Mr. Morrison, it is a Vox wah. Yes, sir, a Vox. Same as that man right there used. Where's my? There you go. Hendrix. Hendrix used a wah as well, and yes, sir. About said Hendrix wah. There is a Hendrix wah, isn't there? But nah, it's a Vox. Yes, sir. I believe when I got this, I guess they're still the same. I haven't priced them, but when I got it, it was 99 $99. Yes. Yeah, $99. Kirk Hammett uses a Vox wah. Yeah, he uses a wah on everything, don't he? Oh my gosh, man. I like using it too, but I couldn't use it on every. I really can't say anything. Back in the day, man, years ago when I was writing a bunch of original stuff, I was using the wah on every solo. I told myself I'm turning into Kirk Hammett. You know, nothing against Kirk Hammett. He's a fantastic guitar player. It's just I noticed he always uses that wah on everything. I was like, come on, cuz. Come on now. But no thanks, Johnny. Man. If you produce Metallica, you would throw his wah in the garbage. I just never liked his tone. I mean, I don't know. I thought his tone was really thin. I don't know. I just thought his vibrato is like, I don't know. It's like a freaking goat or that's what his vibrato sounds like. I'm like, dude, come on now. That's horrible. You got to have some good wide vibrato, you know. His just sounded weird. I don't know. Don't get me started on him. Yeah. Again, he's a super nice guy, you know. And I was like, wow, he was a student of Joe Satriani. I said, really? I'm sorry, man. And my son, we both agree on that. You know, I was like, you know. But they got some great songs, you know. I'm not putting them down. Not at all. It's just his tone does nothing for me for whatever reason, you know. Speaking of Satriani, man, he is his new album available yet? I got to check that out and see if his new album is available because I got to check that new album out. Man. And man, I saw, what was it on social media, the new G3. Who has he got on the G3 this time around? It was man, I can't remember. It was like two Steve Vai on there. It's two other guys. And Johnny, yes, they do. Phil Collins, yeah, he just got done doing that. It's another thing. I don't know if they just did so many dates with that, but now they got two other guys. And I was like, wow, I want to say, is it Petrucci? I want to say he's one of the guys, I think. And the other guy, man, I can't remember who it was, man. I've seen the dude, but I can't remember who. I can't, you know. I was kind of like, what's he doing on there? You know, I was kind of, you know, I don't know. But Phil Collins, excellent guitar player. Yeah, excellent, man. I love Phil Collins. Phenomenal. Did you know that he played, I think he plays like gauge 13 strings? I might have said this yesterday. If I did, I apologize. Man, 13. How in the world? That's amazing. Mike is himself. How you doing, man? I would love to see that with Phil Collins. He can rip, but he holds back with Def Leppard. Yeah, that's something that I was wondering myself when he did that interview on my favorite riff with Nikki Sixx. Man, he was going off, man. And I've seen him do something else. It was something with Guitar Center. I don't know how old the video was. It's probably 3 or 4 years old, and he had like him and 3 or 4 other guys up there. They did like this instrumental thing, and he just tore it up. Phil Collins I was like, holy smokes, man. He tore it up. Yeah. What? That's Phil Collins. The drum fill and In the Air Tonight rules. Yeah, I think we all do that air drum part when that comes on. I know I do. Yeah. That's where he gets his badass tone. Those gauge 13s, just like Slash, Brent C. Rock says. Yeah, man, but God almighty, that would tear my fingers up. One time my son, he had a Strat that I bought him. This was years ago. He had been playing for a few years. Anyway, my son had a Strat. He put gauge 13s on it. He'd been playing for a few years, and he brought me the guitar. He said, "Here, Dad, try this." And I didn't know he put 13s on it, you know. I noticed he was had a smirk on his face, you know. So I played it, did a couple of chords. It's like, yeah, that's cool. He said, now I try to bend a note, and I'd happen to look at the bridge, and it was like up here. I said, damn, what'd you do? He said, those are 13s. And I couldn't do anything with that. It was crazy. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that, man. Wow. I was wondering how many springs he's got. I was like, man, he's got to have 5 springs back there. Good Lord. Can you imagine how hard it'd be to do the whammy there? Man. You'd have to. Somebody come up here and put their foot up here and push down on this bar. God almighty. 11s. Brent, so you use 11s? Really? I think that's what my buddy Jim Guidry uses. I think he uses gauge 11s, I think. I've always been a gauge 9 to 42 guy, man. I tried 10s one time, and I just wasn't crazy about it. And I had a floating tremolo system on that guitar and had to readjust things. Man, you talk about it. I got everything readjusted, put the 10s on. I said, no, I played it for maybe 2 weeks. I hated it. I had to go back and put 9s and had to go back and readjust all those settings again. Man, you talk about a headache. God dang, getting everything back where it's, you know, oh, God. Mark says he uses 11s as well. Wow. I hear you, man. Mike is himself. He uses 9s, gauge 9s on the Strats, 10s on my Gibsons. Oh, wow, really? Man, that's interesting. I do hear people say you get a thicker gauge string, you get a little bit heavier tone, which is true, but I've always been 7/8. I'm a 9 to 46 guy. Yeah, mine's 942. Brent says I break 9s. Can't use them. Wow, man. Yeah, what is that that gauge that Billy Gibbons has? What is that? Like gauge 7s or something? It's some ridiculously low gauge. I was like, God almighty, man. You know you can't use something like that with a locking nut because it would slip, I would imagine. I don't think it would work. Excuse me. 8s? Mike Morrison says 8s. Okay, I thought they were 7s. Okay. I couldn't remember. Okay, Brentsy says he uses 8s, Joe. Get your crap together. Okay, I'm sorry, Brent. I apologize. Brent, I don't want to upset Brent because whenever I want to go on, open up, I'm going to open up for Brent one day if he'll have me. The Joe Wentz Project opens up for Brent C. Rocks and Company. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Open up for Brent. Can you imagine that, Brent? Us hanging out backstage talking, you know, before the show starts, you know? I can see Brent now. All right, Joe, go break a leg. Like, all right, man. Let's see. Pardon me. Mark says, I'm the same way. I snap nines all the time. Wow, golly. Yeah, I've always used nine. That's what I've always liked. I don't know. And of course, everybody's got what they like. Brent, that would be badass, Joe. Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? All right, man. Let's look at our time here and get ready to wrap things up. Yeah, oh man, it's 2:00. Yes, there we go. So we're going to get ready to call it, folks. If this doesn't drop again, I apologize for the drop signal. You know that's out of my control. All I can do is hit reconnect real quick. Mike is himself. Yes, time to cut out. Yes, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you very much. This is fun. Everybody, Mike Morrison. Yeah, have a great day. Good one. I gotta roll too. Thank you everybody. Brincy Rocks. Mark Taylor, Center. Mike is himself. 708. Thanks, man. Johnny Bean was in the house with his peanut butter and mayonnaise. Thanks, Johnny. Who else was in here? Oh man, so many other people. So if I didn't say your name, please forgive me, because I cannot remember everybody's. Mike Ray, I think, was here too. Jim Guidry, thank you. Center, Adam EVH, thanks guys. Thank you very much. Everybody, have a blessed day, man. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Here's a pick for you. All right. Take care, everybody. God bless. See you next time. Peace out.